What if I told you that one of Novak Djokovic's darkest tennis memories, a moment he almost never talks about, has suddenly exploded back into the spotlight because of one simple sentence? A sentence that, according to the man who beat him that day, came straight from Djokovic's mouth. Raw, emotional, and completely unfiltered. Leave me alone. I don't want to talk. This wasn't after a meltdown. This wasn't after a final. This was in the middle of Wimbledon, the tournament Djokovic once dominated like a king, and the man bringing this memory back to life? None other than Sam Querrey, the American who delivered one of the biggest shocks in Djokovic's entire career. Today, Querrey is finally opening up about exactly how Djokovic reacted behind the scenes after that stunning 2016 defeat. And trust me, the details are something fans have never heard before. But that's not all. Querrey is also revealing what he believes is the next big record Djokovic desperately wants to chase, and it's one held by Roger Federer himself. Let's jump in. You're watching Net Rush Report. Your home for the most dramatic, emotional, and inside the locker room stories in the world of tennis. If you love the sport, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get right into today's explosive story. Novak Djokovic has played nearly 1,300 professional matches. He has won 24 Grand Slams, more Masters titles than anyone in history, and stood at world number 1 longer than any man to ever hold a racket. But for all that dominance, for all the glory, there are a handful of matches that still sting, and one of them resurfaced recently in his interview with Piers Morgan. Djokovic brought up his 2016 Wimbledon loss to Sam Querrey, a match that shocked the tennis world. Querrey wasn't supposed to win. He wasn't supposed to trouble Djokovic. He wasn't even supposed to take a set. And yet, he won in 4 sets, 7-6, 6-1, 3-6, 7-6. It was brutal. It was unexpected. And it came at a time when Djokovic was on top of the world, fresh off completing the Knoll Slam. So why did Djokovic mention it now, 9 years later? Because according to him, that match changed something. And Sam Querrey has now confirmed exactly what that moment looked like from the other side. In the newest episode of his podcast, The Nothing Major Show, Querrey finally opened up about what he saw that day in Wimbledon. He said that after the final point, after the crowd exploded, after the shock settled, Djokovic reacted in a way that told the whole story. Querrey remembered it clearly. Djokovic didn't want cameras, he didn't want press, he didn't want conversation, he just wanted to disappear. According to Querrey, Novak's team tried to speak to him, calm him down, or help him process what had just happened, but Djokovic wasn't having it. Querrey revealed the exact words. "Leave me alone. I don't want to talk." A line that, even for a champion as mentally tough as Djokovic, showed just how deeply the loss cut him. This wasn't anger, it wasn't frustration, it was disappointment. Raw, human disappointment, from a player who expected perfection from himself. Querrey explained that he actually felt bad in the moment. He said the atmosphere around Djokovic was unusually heavy. Nobody expected the match to end that way, including him. And for the first time, Querrey described the scene as one of the few moments where you saw Djokovic really feel the weight of everything. But Querrey didn't stop there. In that same podcast episode, he gave fans another bombshell. He believes Djokovic is quietly chasing one of Federer's last remaining records, not Grand Slams, not weeks at number 1, not Wimbledon titles. He means Roger Federer's iconic record of 103 career titles. Djokovic recently won title number 101 at the Hellenic Championship in Athens, an event where he fought through Lorenzo Musetti in a grueling 3-hour final, winning 4-6, 6-3, 7-5. Querrey said that reaching 101 at age 38 instantly made him think. He's going for Federer. He wants to pass 103. Querrey explained that Djokovic is still hungry, still motivated, and still capable of winning 3 to 5 more titles over the next couple seasons, especially at ATP 250 and 500 events where he can manage the physical load. He even joked that Djokovic will absolutely go after boarded-up tournaments in the middle of nowhere just to chase that record, because that's the competitor he is. But the story doesn't end there. After surviving the exhausting final in Athens, Djokovic shocked fans again when he withdrew from the ATP finals in Turin because of a shoulder injury. This raised questions. Is Djokovic pushing too hard? Is he risking too much for the records? Or is this simply strategic, conserving energy to extend his career? Querrey thinks Djokovic will keep picking his battles carefully. Small tournaments where he knows he can win, strategic breaks to protect his body, selective runs at the biggest events, because for Djokovic, every single title matters now. Not for ranking points, but for history to S.O. Why did the 2016 loss come back now? According to Querrey, Djokovic still remembers it vividly because it was the loss that snapped his unstoppable momentum. It was the moment he realized pressure can break even the best. Fatigue matters. Vulnerability is real and nothing in tennis is guaranteed. Querrey said that the moment Djokovic uttered those words, "Leave me alone. I don't want to talk," he saw something extremely rare. Novak Djokovic being human. And it's that humanity, that vulnerability, that continues to define the legend he has become today. Djokovic may be chasing Federer, he may still be haunted by that Wimbledon loss. He may still be fighting shoulder injuries, scheduling chaos, and the weight of history. But if you ask Sam Querrey, the man who delivered one of Djokovic's biggest shocks, the Serb still has plenty left to give, because champions don't break, champions reset. And Djokovic, he's writing the final chapter of his career, one title at a time. This is Net Rush Report, your home for tennis stories that hit deeper. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.